Hola, amigas. Welcome back to another episode of Modern Latina in Midlife. I am Sonia Flores, holistic life and business coach, energy healer, intuitive advisor, and your host. This is an energy healing meditation for focus, details, finishing projects, and putting in the work. It's the third energy healing meditation in a series of 4. The first one released 2 weeks ago was for the waxing moon, which is the energy of planning, brainstorming, and new beginnings. It is to be used during the waxing moon phase, or if you still have a period, during your luteal phase of your menstrual cycle. The second energy healing meditation was last week, and that is to be used during the full moon phase. So about 3 days before the full moon to about 3 days after the full moon, or during the ovulation phase of your menstrual cycle. And the episode after this one will be for the new moon energy healing meditation for rest, reflection, and relaxation. Or if you still bleed, this is to be used during your menstrual cycle. So you will always have an energy healing meditation to come back to, regardless of what time of the month it is, whether you're still bleeding or you are in menopause. But before I get into the meditation, I'm going to briefly explain why I created these 4 meditations in case this is your first time listening to of one of the episodes in this series. You can always just skip right on over to where the meditation starts, and the timing for that is listed in the beginning of it's listed in the show notes if you want to just skip right on over to the meditation. So a woman's energy is cyclical. We have a cycle that runs monthly and even seasonally. While a man's energy cycle runs in 24-hour cycles, women's energy does not, which is why working a 9 to 5 is not conducive to a woman's body. The systems that we live in were never designed with women in mind. This is the one thing that I work on with my clients in harnessing our energies in a way that maximizes, it taps into our very own cyclical energies and maximizes our productivity and our rest. So what I have discovered is that women's energy runs in a monthly cycle in alignment with our menstrual cycles. What benefits us the most is to track our menstrual cycles to determine the energy of each cycle and schedule ourselves accordingly. I did a full episode about this in February of 2026, which is episode 72, called Stop the Hustle, Why Doing Less is Your New Success Strategy, and it is linked in the show notes. For those of us in menopause, we follow the energy of the moon, and that's why this episode is called Waning Moon, because most of my listeners are women in midlife who are already in perimenopause or approaching menopause or after menopause. So that's what we're focusing on. But if you're still bleeding, then you just simply use the moon energy that correlates with your moon cycle, which is your menstrual cycle. And if you go back and listen to episode 72, you'll understand more about that. And I list the two differences between the moon energy cycles and your bleeding cycles. So this is why in ancient times, a woman's menstrual cycle was called a moon cycle. And before all the birth control pills and the environmental elements that affected our hormones came into play, women's cycles were actually aligned with the moon. When we align our schedules with the moon cycles or with your menstrual cycle, then we are able to be more productive when we have full energy, and we are best equipped to simply rest when we are on our periods, when we are in new moon phase, because it is a very reflective time for us. There's a reason why our body feels like it shuts down during our periods. It wants us to rest. We need rest. It is not It's not something to be ashamed of. And we don't have to keep trying to pretend that we can keep up with men because our bodies are very different. Yes, we can push ourselves through it. I've pushed myself almost my entire life. And there are times when we have to do that, but we don't have to do this all the time. We can schedule ourselves accordingly so that we are maximizing the phase that we're in, the energy level in which we're in several times of the month. Now, a lot of people think that we're gonna, oh no, how can I sit and reflect and relax, for 5 to 7 days a month? Well, trust me, when you do, you actually get more, you restore your body and you get more ideas, more downloads coming in that you can simply just write down and journal. It doesn't mean you're not being useful. Restoring your body is useful, and receiving messages that just simply drop down into, let's call it your imagination or call them downloads from your spirit guides or your higher self, that's extremely useful. And they often have the solutions for the problems that we're experiencing. Anyway, there's more of that in episode 72. So I highly suggest you go back and listen to that. So, what I'm going to do now is give you a brief explanation of what each moon phase means for our energy. Okay, just in case you're brand new around here. Okay, it's going to be super, super brief. So let's start with the new moon. Given that the new moon is similar energy to the menstrual phase of the body cycle, this is a great time for rest and reflection. If you like to do rituals, it's also a great time to set intentions for what you'd like to manifest over the next lunar cycle before the moon is new again. This is a great time for rest, relaxation, and evaluation of what has transpired over the last month. The waxing moon is the next phase. This is similar energy to the follicular phase of your menstrual cycle. So it's a great time for brainstorming, planning, and starting new projects. This is the phase for new beginnings. Then there's a full moon, which technically only lasts a day, but the few days before and the few days after the phase, the energy around this time is the same as your ovulation phase of the menstrual cycle. It's about peak receptivity, peak fertility, and peak visibility. This can be a really great time to be out, get the word out about what you're working on, promote yourself in your programs, strike up deals, pitch yourself, pitch your ideas, and all the other things that get you and your stuff out there. It's about communicating, collaborating, attracting, being out there, about socializing. And the waning crest moon, which is the phase that we are in now, has the same energy as the luteal phase of your menstrual cycle. This is a great time to begin to slow things down, wrap things up, to start to turn your energy inward and do anything that needs to be done to finish up whatever project or manifestation you were working on during this particular lunar cycle. So, this is a great time to focus, to get the details done on a project, to finish projects, to put in the work. I call this my head down time. This is when I'm head down, just cranking things out to finish them up and wrap things up. So, if you are interested, I have a shared Google Calendar that I would be happy to share with you with the moon cycles and energies for all of 2026 already scheduled in, and I update it every year. So you can either email me at sonia@sonia-flores.com or DM me on Instagram at Modern Latina in Midlife. Give me your email address and I will add you to the calendar or I'll send you the link. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our energy healing meditation for today. So let's begin by finding a comfortable, supported position. Allow your eyes to gently close or simply soften your gaze. Bring your awareness into your physical body. Feel the solid ground beneath you, holding you steady and safe right here, right now. Be present in this moment. And take a deep, stabilizing breath in through your nose, letting your chest drop as you exhale completely through your mouth with a sigh. Take another deep breath in, all the way in, expand your lungs. Hold at the top and exhale slowly through your mouth, making a noise or a sigh. Let's take 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale, strength and clarity. And exhale. Let the external noise fade away. Release what doesn't belong to you. And one more time, a deep, intentional breath all the way up into your lungs and let it out. I want you to imagine yourself walking down a clear path in a flower field, making your way down soft sand under your feet, witnessing the ebb and flow of the flowers back and forth. Smiling at you as you walk through, witnessing you as you make your way, as you admire them, as you witness each other. Watch how their little heads turn towards you as you walk through, watching you make your way down the trail and into an open clearing with a beautiful picnic blanket on the ground, calling your name to come and take a seat at the edge of this blanket. Sit down comfortably and feel the soft sun starting to fade in the horizon. And the moon at the other end starting to peek and make its way out. And in this moment, I want you to place your 2 feet flat on the ground and on the grass right in front of you. And start to envision 2 little silver roots growing out of the bottom of your feet, making their way down into the earth, playfully swaying down, 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 and wrapping themselves around the core of the earth. Which is surrounded by a cave of beautiful crystals. holding the core of the earth and illuminating and supporting it, supporting one another. As they support our entire humanity from the depths of their beauty. Regardless of how we behave with our earth, it always shows up for us, day and night. Start to feel that energy, that sparkling energy, energizing those roots, illuminating it with its energy, and it's making its way back up the roots, trying to make its way closer and closer and closer to your feet, till it reaches the bottom of your soles. You feel this tingle, this little tickle, ever so gently. Sending chills up your soles, your feet, your legs, all the way up to the top of your body, the top of your head, your crown, and out through the top. And envision it making its brilliance reach the sky above you. Illuminating the entire sky. Meeting in the horizon with the sun and the moon. As the one starts to leave, the other comes in, saying, "I'll see you later." Feel that cleansing energy through your body as the energy goes up to the sky and back down into the earth, connecting you as one with nature and with the world. And in this grounded moment, we are now moving into the focused, grounded current of the waning moon. The high visibility and the peak outward expression of the full moon are complete. And the light is beginning to recede. Just like the luteal phase of a menstrual cycle, this is your time to start to slow things down. Turn your energy inward and look at your world through clear eyes. Feel the shift in your internal rhythm. The desire to rush or please the outside world is falling away. Replaced by a deep sense of discernment and concentration. Breathe into this space of refinement. This phase is not about starting something new. It is about honoring what you've already built. It is the time to take care of the details. For tying up loose ends. And for putting in focused, dedicated work to finish strong. Now imagine the moon above you, completely above you, while the sun has already gone for the day. Now that softening shape is drawing its light back into itself. A cool, steady beam of light streams down, illuminating just the space immediately around you. This light keeps your attention focused in this area. It acts as a laser focus, bringing clarity to exactly what is right in front of you. As this steady light rests upon your forehead, your hands, feel it centering your mind and calming your nervous system. It channels your energy away from distractions and brings it straight into your core power. In this clear, undistracted place, let's look at what is ready to be completed. Without judgment, allow these questions to settle into your awareness and simply reflect on them for now. What project, task, or manifestation is ready for me to finish and wrap up? What final details need my steady, loving, focused attention right now? What can I tie up and complete to get closer to the finish line before I rest? Feel the deep satisfaction of dedication waking up your cells. It's time to focus. It's time to refine. It's time to put in the final strokes and bring your work to beautiful completion. Take a deep breath in, pulling that steady, grounded, focused energy all the way down into your belly. Let it settle there. Feel it embracing your whole body. You have the stamina, the clarity, and the devotion to see things through. And when you're ready, begin to bring your awareness back into the room. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, feeling the solid support beneath you. Take one final deep, complete breath, honoring your dedication. And when it feels right, gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Now I invite you to grab a journal and journal what you experienced and the messages that you received, and take inspired action on the messages that were delivered to you. So the questions, the prompts that you received in the meditation are written in the show notes so you can access those easily. They will also be emailed out when this episode goes live. So if you are on my email list, you will receive that this week. And next week, I will have the new moon energy healing meditation. And you can already find the waxing moon and the full moon energy healing meditations available for you, as I mentioned at the top of the episode. So you always have something to refer to get your energy in alignment with the moon cycles and maximize each time of the month. Thank you so much for being here. Share this with your amigas, your comadres. It's time for us to wake up to our beautiful cyclical bodies and allow that to be the center of our universe again. We don't need to outsource our energy to the paradigms built by colonialism and the patriarchy to try to keep us under their control. It is time that we create this new paradigm and that we start creating our own rules. The new paradigm that our bodies so desperately crave. Thank you so much for being here. Hasta la próxima.